Good day, everyone. Hope everyone is having a glorious Monday, per se. I don't know. We'll go with that. We'll go with there. All right, so Fernando is outside assisting a customer. He's in a panic, so he'll be along shortly, hopefully, and we'll deal with that. But this gives us the opportunity to talk about this Saturday. This Saturday, Fernando will be gone, but we'll still be doing a show. And we're going to be having a special guest that's filling in from him. Somebody that has never been on the show before is going to come in and talk to us. And I will just leave it at this because I'll talk more about it later in the show. But anybody interested in MECP, that's the Mobile Electronics Certification Program, is going to love Saturday because we're going to have Mr. Chris Beulah on, who runs the MECP. We're going to talk about some new features that they've just added, and he's going to fill in. He won't be here. He'll be, we'll do the cool split screen thing, and he'll be filling in with Fernando. I'm doing good. For Fernando. So, hello, everyone, and what's going on? But yeah, so that'll be fun. Let's go back up to the top. What's up, Louis? 57, a whole lot of rain. Wow, in New York. Dave checking in. What's up, peeps? Raining and cool in Springfield. Well, that's nice. Nice and sunny in SoCal, getting a bit of haze from the North Cali wildfires in the LA area. Wow, California's on fire again. 76, cloudy in Tennessee. Checking in from Portugal, it's our friend Corduft. What's happening? Moving on. Hola. Hey, from Hudson. What's up? And a good day to you, sir. I said good day. Evening, Dean. Hey, how you doing, Jody? Pizza Dave checking in. What's going on? I don't know what the pizza of the week is, but I hope you're hope you're doing well over there. Bobby, what's up, Bobby? Chris, yes, the same Chris Beulah from Sony. Yes, he also runs the MECP program. He will be in. For the first half hour, we will be talking about MECP. However, the second half hour is pretty much open. He's agreed to just hang out and answer some crazy questions because when we have guests on, we like to, whatever their agenda is, we like to get it over in the first half hour. And then he's like, I'll stay on for the other half hour and just answer questions for you guys. So Sony, MECP, General, he's a really smart guy. He's like their worldwide trainer. Worldwide, not just US. He's worldwide. So that's a big title. Is that a head behind you on the bench? This is Andy. So this is the Audio Frog binaural. I'm saying it wrong. Binaural. Anyways, microphone has microphones in the ears. We've been using it to do in-car audio recordings to more spacious sounding. Pretty cool. It has a hat on to keep the dust out of its ears so that it doesn't. We don't want the microphones to get all dusty, and eventually we'll put it in a drawer so that it won't get even more dusty. But it just looks so cool sitting there. So, Haley not knowing what VC meant by family jewels was hilarious on last night. She lives a sheltered life. What can I say? She doesn't. What do you do with the battery management system on a 2016 F-Wood 50 when hooked up zero gauge wire for amps and DSPs? So this is one of those weird ones. So in the 2006 F-150, they have a ground clamp. The ground wire is passing through, if that's what you're talking about. I think that's what you're talking about. Otherwise, if it's not, then don't worry about it. But we run a power and ground zero gauge, two big zero gauges all the way to the front of the car and connect it to the battery. We've always just connected it to the battery, both positive and negative, and never had an issue with. We've done some pretty big systems on it. But yeah, we always run power and ground and all the aluminum stuff. The newer ones are nicer because they've built that clamp into the terminal. Ford did put out a service tech light that said the better place to connect it is On the passenger fender, there's like, this is why I don't do it. There's like an 8 gauge that comes over and attaches there and like connect there. And it's like, but they really talk about that for headlights. I don't know. It just seems like a bad idea to me, but we've always just connected in both positive and negative terminals on the battery. Never had an issue. So it's 100 in Phoenix, and they're trying to tell me that it's nice there because we're going to be there in 2 weeks for the FOCAL Orca event, Moscone Glade and stuff like that. Speaking of that, let's just pull it up now before we forget. Hey guys, audio control. That's right. For the next 15 minutes, fun and excitement is audio control. Now, for those of you going, wait a minute, what happened to the Facebook thing? I'm going to wait till Fernando gets in before we talk about Facebook because I don't know the name of the guy, and I'd hate to just show the cool picture they did without giving him a shout out. So we'll just move on to the sponsor, which is audio control and the PNW speakers. One of the cool things about audio control is the new 2-way sets. However, in a lot of cars, we need a 3-way set. Well, they make a little 2-inch mid-range that you can attach to it, and they make the really cool 3-way passive crossover that you can buy as an add-on. So if you don't want to go full active, because let's say you bought a 4-channel, it happens. You can buy their passive crossover network, big metal box. We did a great review on it if you want to check that out. But you can head over to audiocontrol.com and check out the new line of speakers. And that's what's going on. Hey, from Sydney, Australia. Also checking in from SoCal at 80 degrees. Fall weather in Nebraska. Well, that's nice. What's crack-a-lackin'? What's going on? All right, Fang, the official timekeeper. Yes, he is. Yes, he's doing a great job. You know, he filled in because Fro used to do it. Fro used to be on point. And then he just, has a life. So, but if you guys got questions, go ahead and get them in, and I will start to click away. MECP certification on a yearly basis costs money. It does cost money. It does. But now you can do it from your phone. You don't have to lug around a big book. And I thought it was, I think it's good for 2 years. So you don't have to take it every year. And there again, you only have to take it again if you want to recertify. I mean, it never changes, I don't think. I don't know. But that's up to you. But if you want to ask, you can ask. It's all you. Sup? What's up, El Fernandez? What's happening? I have a 328i with rear deck speakers. Should I build a solid enclosure for them for rear fill since the current place they sit is flimsy? Thank you. Well, okay, so I think this goes into, it doesn't necessarily just have to be a BMW. Just mounting a speaker in general, you want to make sure that you have a nice rigid mount for the speaker to mount to. That could be as simple as adding a piece of 1/4-inch ABS, adding 2 pieces of 1/4-inch, switching out the 1/2-inch blown PVC, solid. If you want to do wood, you could do wood. That's entirely up to you. However, it is nice to have a nice solid mount. Now, for this particular instance, because it is the rear deck speaker, what are they really going to... You want to go wash up? You can, man. Take a break. Just get a drink. Chill out. It's all good. Yeah. We're already going, so it's not going to matter.
All right, so see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, in this instance, because it is the rear speaker, it's not going to be moving a lot. Like, I typically don't let my rear speakers play below 100 hertz just because... And they're not going to be loud. It's not like they're overwhelming because I just want the people in the rear to have some sound. And also, if I ever turn my head like this, I don't want the sound to just drop off. So it's not like that speaker is going to be back there doing this. So I don't know if maybe some good just sound treatment back there just to, quiet it down, make it a little bit more rigid, make it absorb some of the waves, as they say, would probably be enough. It's Mr. Bennett. What's up? From Bennett's Skateboard Shop. Hey, if anybody is up over in the Pacific Northwest,
that's true,
and you're a skateboarder, the Bennett kids have opened up a skateboard shop.
Yes.
So if you're a skater, dude, definitely want to check them out. I'm sure if you're friends with Chris Bennett, he's got a link to it. Otherwise, maybe he'll type in the name of the shop and possibly the phone number. So that if you're a skater, dude, you want to get a cool board, help the good cause, help the kiddies.
Swag, because they
got everything. They got all the skateboarder stuff, so Band-Aids, knee pads, all that good stuff. So Speaking of DSP sponsor, Audio Control. They have the new 2.0 software, right? Just eeking, just download me. Download me. How you doing? You okay? Feeling good? So I've waited to talk about Facebook, so we haven't got.
Yeah. Give me one.
No, he's right here. See, he's small. He was hiding. He turned sideways. You didn't even recognize him. 9th gen iPad with Lightning. What microphone do you recommend for RTA? So here's the thing. The iTest mic will still work for that. Okay, so you can pick up the Audio Control iTest mic. However, I feel like it's kind of almost a waste of money at this time. I would rather like get a U-Test mic because it has USB-C, or also Dayton Audio makes the USB-C mic. We have the U-Test mic by Studio 6 that we use, which is the same mic as the iTest mic. It's just USB-C instead. The only reason why I say that is because like Apple just stopped using the Lightning connector on the new phone. The iPads have been Lightning, have been USB-C for a while. And I don't know, man. I would hate if you bought something and it was totally obsolete. And, like if the iPad dies, and believe it or not, the U-Test mic is cheaper because it's not paying for the Lightning connector.
It comes with more stuff. So.
And it does come with more stuff because you can use it with anything with USB-C. But I mean, and I don't think Apple makes now. If Apple makes a Lightning to USB-C adapter, then you might be in business. I've never looked to see if they do. Like I don't have one of those. I don't think. But if they did, that would probably be okay for the time being. And the reason why I said is because like doing all our IRTA testing, what we found is that everyone's USB-C to aux and Lightning to aux adapters are shit, like bona fide, straight up turds. And the only ones that don't have equalization, like crappy equalization, is Apple's. Apple's is the only one that's flat. We did a video on that too, where we showed why you have to buy the Apple cables, because they make the better ones. It's pretty scary. So, anyways.
Do you want to go to the Facebook?
Yes. I will come back to this one, Pineapple Express. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me shut this off for a second so that we can do this. And I will come over here and I will tap that. Hey, guys. For those of you that don't know, we do this little thing called the 12-volt clean wire club. And every week, Fernando just digs into it and tries to find the coolest, as he sees, wiring, amplifier, whatever, wiring install. And this week we have, looks like some Audison products and something with blue carpet, which is like pretty crazy. Like that's definitely an antique car of some kind, maybe a van.
It's a Blazer.
Yeah, there again. Just wow, Blazer for sure. And who did it?
John, the one that you just responded 9th generation iPad.
Oh, John. Very nice, John.
John did that.
John did a great job. It's funny. Beulah. Is it Beulah? Yeah.
No,
that's not Beulah. Or whoever.
Beulah.
This Chris character here asked, like, why. So, and it was funny. That would be the only thing right there, right, where the L brackets goes to the RCA. I would put a piece of heat shrink there just because I don't like open seams like that just because of age.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, this is beautiful, man. This is definitely beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. He managed his power in that side.
Yeah, probably the prettiest thing in that Blazer. But good job. Hey, and the photo of the week is brought to the fine folks over at Metra. This week, sponsored by T-Spec. Make sure you head over to their cool site, metraonline.com, where you can download the whole catalog of the new T-Spec stuff, as well as the new Tsunami. It's some of the funnest stuff out there, and it just looks snazzy.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah. If you would like to be in that featured picture of the week, do an awesome job and post it. That's all I got to say. Okay, yeah. Pineapple Express. Hey, DNF. Hey, thanks for sharing your wealth of knowledge you provide to the car audio community. Question. When building an SQ system, is it generally better to go AB amplifiers over Class D? This almost feels like a trick question, Okay, so here's the thing. Class Ds are getting better. and a lot better, like lot better. Like most people, you could play a really nice high-end Class D, Arc Audio, for example, even Audio Control. And you'd be like, Audison. I mean, the list goes on and on. Helix. And you'd be Audio Frog. And you'd be like, holy crap, these things sound amazing. It isn't until you're listening to an ultra high-end Moscone 430, Moscone 830, usually 4 times the amount of money as the amplifiers we just talked about, where you're going to sit there and go, oh, yeah, that. The problem is that there are some affordable Class AB amplifiers out there. They're just not that great. They're okay. They're not wonderful. They're not like, oh, I got an AB. No, they're just like, oh, you got an AB Class amplifier? Yeah. But I'm going to take one of those other Class Ds and I'm going to spank it. You know? So the answer, I guess, would be it really just kind of depends. So if you're looking at a nice high-end Class D amplifier, yeah, you're going to love it. It's going to be awesome. I mean, ARC takes trophies all the time for sound quality using their Class D amplifiers. So, you know, it's kind of the trade-off is what's more important, right? So do I have room for a big Class AB? You might. If you do, you got the budget.
I feel as soon as you step it out with the Class AB amplifier, and it's like, okay, you have to get, you know.
No, it's a bigger amp. It's a more expensive amplifier.
Your source, you know. Yeah. And it's a little bit
I don't know. I feel this is one of those questions that is going to be debated. I've had guys come in and go, I only want AB class amplifiers. And you're like, I doubt you can tell the difference. Yeah. And they'll sit in the car, oh, yes, this is Class D. And I'll be like,
I just want F amplifiers. That's it.
For free?
Yeah. That was awesome.
But no, so there again, if you have the budget and you can get the really amazing AB class amplifiers, go for it.
And these car sounds amazing, you know. And
he's got 9 Class D amplifiers.
Class D amplifiers, yeah.
So there you go. Hey.
All right.
Let me shut this off here. Scroll up to this one.
Who is the? Do you see this guy?
I was.
I'm so sorry.
Master Tech is right around the corner. Nobody cares about you, Daniel. Nobody cares.
All right, which one is yours?
Well, if it was okay to you, I'll just go back to this one.
Perfect.
We all love him, by the way. Danny's the man.
Yeah. DTS Audio.
Michigan.
Michigan.
He's not Michigan.
He loves Michigan.
No, he doesn't. He hates it every time you say that. How does the bass response between the Virtus Nanos compare to the regular size mid bass? Aha! I mean, we have a video on this if you're curious. We actually have a video where we recorded it with really nice microphones and let you listen to a set of Virtus Carbon Nanos versus the regular Virtus.
Use headphones.
And you'll be like, damn. And we've also done this many times live. We did it at Master Tech, as well as we did it at Knowledge Fest this year. This year, shit. Wow, it's been a long year. Oops. Anyways, I can tell you with 100%, the Virtus Carbon Nano kicks the living crap out of the deeper speaker. It's not even it's not even funny. It's like, you know, because we try to keep the grills on with everyone just kind of guess which one is which, and no one picks the Nano until you play it, and they're like, that one's the one I want, and they're like, oh, that's not the deep one, that's the pancake. So yeah, honestly, yeah, it's the baddest. It's a badass speaker.
Yeah,
I don't know which other way to say it, but it's very enjoyable. It's a very nice speaker. Hey guys, what's up, Mr. Markland? We've been talking about him a lot lately behind his back with Jeff. All good stuff, though. All good stuff. Angel, it's that guy. Oh,
Hi-Fi Big is here.
Ah, what's up?
Bobby's here.
Yep.
Tom is here. I like his picture.
Tom and Jerry.
Mm-hmm.
Have you done any installs, and if so, what speakers and amps you use for factory head unit? What kind of car?
Mm-hmm. What kind of car?
With factory head unit now Bose. So Grumpy, what kind of car? Give us a car, because the answer to the question is yes, but we just need to know a car. You got to work most of the time. I don't want to work most of the time. I don't even want to. Hey, from Sound Effects. What's up, Gary? In your badass home audio system. Looking thing right there. Okay, Hi-Fi asks, what's your favorite combo distribution block for saving space? I mean, right now I'm using the 4 T-Spec. Like, that's all I go. That is my go-to. And then a couple of the installs I've been doing because I don't need the ground distribution. I've been using their just dual fuse little fuse holder because it's so tiny. It's about the size of what a miniature candy bar used to be. That is no longer. But I just used one the other day. We put one in with the ramp. Dougie Fresh in the house. It's way better here than it has been. Well, that's good.
Arizona.
We'll be out there in a couple weeks. Are you going to come to the Monday night extravaganza for Todd? I'm sure you are. But if so, we will see you there. I hope to see you there. All right, what do we got here? Let me go back to that. Click on something. Is the Kicker Marine 6-channel the cheapest decent 6-channel on the market right now? Ooh. Okay.
I don't know if that's going to be the cheapest.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the cheapest. I think they're all about the same price. It's like, what, 35, 40 watts by 6? All right, let's think about this for a second. So, Helix has the M6 non-DSP.
Yep.
Audio Control has the LC6 1200. Alpine has this, what is it, the something 90, which is their staggered power 6-channel amplifier, which is really cool. Focal has 2 6-channel amplifiers.
But, like, cheap.
No, I got it. There again, it's not like that's the cheapest. You know, and there again, I keep saying there again. If they're within, like, Sony also has the ES 6-channel. I'm just giving them ideas because if they're like $100 to $150, there are better.
Sony S, Audio Control, ACX 6-channel.
Ooh, the ACX 6-channel, which is the smaller one, which would be more marine and more comparable to that amplifier. That's a tough one. So there are a ton of 6-channel amplifiers in there that are probably relatively close price points. Not to talk you out of the Kicker one, but just to expand your horizons.
No, I mean, JL makes a 6-channel too.
Ooh, Pioneer has a 6-channel.
Pioneer makes a 6-channel.
And the reason why I said that is because it's a clone of the JL amplifier. It's literally it's the exact same physically appearance amplifier. It even has the same cross. I mean, it's uncanny.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's so bad how much they just.
All right, so
we'll take one of those.
I mean, probably Ground Zero has a 6-channel too.
Well, Ground Zero has several 6 channels.
Yes.
So there's a lot of 6 channels that are in that price point.
Museway has 6 channels. Look at that. Well,
okay.
You know.
So there you go. Jesus, Christian, what are you just like? Man, you need a hobby, bro. Yeah, $549. I don't know how much.
Wow.
I don't know how much.
You should be salesman of the year.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you, he'd probably be a pretty good salesman. If he hung out, give him a year hanging out and just figuring out how things go.
Yeah,
he'd probably have this down pat. He wouldn't be making any money like everybody else. Dougie Fresh will be there.
You know it.
No, bro. We'll hear his Jeep long before we see him. And then, of course, NVX, not on the radar, but they, of course, have a 6-channel. So there's a ton of 6 channels out there now.
Yeah.
Personally, I want something with a DSP, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I gotta have a
DSP is overrated.
Right. Yeah, I know. It's totally overrated. Hi guys, is the Focal Toyota specific 6.5 component and coaxial worth the premium price over something like the Kicker CS or KS? Ooh, damn, them are some fighting words. Only because let's talk it through for a minute.
You sound like a damn, bro.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I got to keep the van.
Cholo is saying.
Oh my god, dude. My legs are killing me. I gotta bring water tomorrow. Ugh. Haley's leg workout yesterday is really wreaking havoc on my legs.
Yeah.
Hers too, because she texted me to ask me, how do your legs feel? And I was like, oh, they feel great. No, they don't. They hurt. You know, it's funny too, because we didn't do any leg press. We just did tons of other stuff. And you want to know what hurts? These. Like I did leg presses. Okay, so
it's just
So when you say
age,
commands,
man.
yeah, it is the age. When you say commands a premium price, let's talk about the value that you get with the Toyota specific speakers, and then we'll describe the price. So when you buy a set of CS or KS, first off, two totally different animals there. Okay, so let's look at the KS because that's more in line with the price point of a Focal. All right, for what we're talking about.
Sure.
Either way, take whichever one you want. Let's
Sure.
talk about if you buy the CS or KS, what you have to buy still in order to
make it work.
So you got to buy brackets for the mid bass. You got to buy a set of brackets. Brackets can anywhere between $35 to $40. You're going to need a bracket for the tweeter. There again, anywhere between $30 to $45, because those are not included. If you want, they are considered plug and play, which means they come with all the plugs to plug directly into the Toyota system.
You don't have to get any wires.
$25 to $50 for 2 sets of those. They also have their exact clones of the factory speakers. So the foam they come with automatically will couple with the door panel. Those speakers don't have it, so you're talking fast strings or some form of a fast string or foam, anywhere between $50 to $100. And then, you have the ease of installation. So these are designed to pull out, plug in, click, click, boom, done. And that's it. Whereas if you get CS or KS components, you have an outboard crossover network that is a 1 in, 2 out that you have to find some place to put, as opposed to the crossovers on the Focal are individually set and ready to go for you. Now, so that savings that you're talking about quickly erodes. Now, if you're trying to find something that is like the Focal Toyota speakers, but you don't want to pay that price, but you want all the convenience of those, check out Powerbase. All right. Powerbase makes a plug and play that is more in line with like a CS. It sounds really good, and it's very affordable. So that would be the comparison to your Focal plug and play. So I would either look at the Powerbase or the Focal.
Well, like you say, adding all those things up at that point, just come up with the Focals.
Just get the Focals and call it a day.
And makes more sense.
Good question, though.
That was great.
That was a great question. Ooh, I love it when they have good questions.
Really?
Yeah. No, and there again, I get that sentiment, but I wanted to explain why they're. I'm stepping up from 2 Exelon 12s to 2 AudioFrog 12s. That's not a step. That's like a jump. Off of the Kenwood 1001. I always forget that amplifier exists. Should I stick with the AudioFrog 12s or go with 2 Morel CSs? Is that stepping or just sidestepping? That's sidestepping. Just stick with the AudioFrogs. Those are badass woofers. Yeah, just go with your AudioFrogs. You're going to love them. I always forget about that Kenwood 1001. I don't know why. It just never pops. Probably, it's probably because they really don't have a great companion amp for it.
Okay.
The companion amp for it is the 600 DSP. But we don't really do that. And so they really don't have anything, because you're not going to put the 4-channel with it, because the 4-channel's no power. So it's like if you were doing
you probably need like two.
If you're doing like 3 or 4 channels, and then the 1000 would make sense, because you're going to do, 2 or 3 4 channels. But I just wish they'd come up with like a non-DSP 6-channel to replace, and or an 8-channel, or hey, an amp with a DSP. For sure. Either way, that's that weird amplifier they make that it does 1,000 watts too. We've dynoed it. It's a beast.
It is a beast.
And it just runs all day. Happy Monday. Are the ROM Maximo Ultra 603 3-ways worth the time and effort to build custom A-pillars for? They're nice speakers, okay? We've done quite a few sets. Actually, what we've done is this was a different car, but similar concept. So like we had a car that had a big dash panel like this. This was out of a CHR. This was for a set of Focals, but we did the same thing in another Toyota or Nissan, to where there was plenty of room up in the dash to mount those, because especially the Morel, that mid-range is tiny. But sometimes if you have enough room, you can mount them into and make. Again, I understand this is lasered and all those other fun things, but you kind of get the idea. That's why I brought it over. Is that sometimes you can put them up in there, It's still good.
Now it's broke.
Yep, now it's
So
broke.
never mind.
But you know, there again,
But it is worth it.
yes, because if you got time, you got patience, you got some skill, why wouldn't it be fun? You know, if you're just like, this is gonna be my weekend project.
What about if I have time? I have patience, but I don't have skills.
With time and patience, you'll get skill.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Sorry.
You okay?
No, I went down the wrong pipe. Can I click this one?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Don't forget the slate fibers. Oh, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up, Chris Vera?
What's up, buddy?
But studying YouTube videos, your YouTube videos. I just purchased a key 200.4 and the key 5.1. I'm putting them in a RAM crew cab. What high pass filter on the 4-door speakers should be at 60, 80, or 120? If you're using a 6x9, you're probably going to be good for 60. Now, here is a couple things that you may or may not picked up on the videos, even though we hammered in a lot, is you have a RAM crew cab. If you're going to be using this to go high level, you might not be as happy with the output performance that you're going to get, because it's fine in an F-150, which is what we do this in a lot. It's not that great in a RAM. Sometimes RAMs sound like total dookie. PAC makes the Amp Pro, which will allow you to integrate with the non-amplified system and give you preamp. It's worth the money. That's all I have to say. It's worth the money because it's going to sound better. The only other thing you could do is go with a key lock in front of it off of channels 1 and 2. But at that point, I would just do the Amp Pro. It's probably like $350. I know that, but it will give you, it'll take away the bass roll off, which I had a guy come in Saturday that was just like losing his mind because of his bass roll off. And these guys went high level off of the factory. And it's just like, it sounds terrible. I lose all my bass. I'm like, yeah, it's a Dodge. Why didn't you use an Amp Pro? I don't know what you're talking about. But an Amp Pro will just, and then you're going with the key. So you got DSP, you got a nice amp for your subs. It'll sound wonderful. But whatever you want to do. But 80 is a good, 60 if it's a 6x9, 80 if it is a 6.5. If you're doing like 2 subwoofers, you might want to go 80. If you're just doing one, like a 10 or something like that, 60.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Does the DSP feature on the Key 500.1 really makes a difference in the sound quality of the subs?
All right. So, okay. Yes, the answer is yes. However, you're visual, right? You like to see. You got to like, show me. I don't believe you. If you go to today's video, which is the Instagram recap show, and you go about half it was 3 days worth of content created in the middle. And somewhere in the middle there is us. We were doing a Toyota GR, I don't know, 86. And we put a key lock in there. And we show you what's coming into the key lock and what's coming out of the key lock that on an RTA. So you physically get to see what is happening. All right. You get to see the corrections making. In a Key 501, it has a key lock built into it for just the sub side. So it's just working from X frequency to not the whole 20 to 20. So it's the same technology. The reason why I say this is if you want to see it actually working, go watch that video. It's real quick, and you can just see how it fixes all of that bass go bye-bye. So, yeah, it's like, yeah, if you got a Honda, you need a key lock or a 500.1. So, or just a shit ton of power because you're never going to get the power out of it.
Our producer say there is
is it time
sponsor?
Time to change to the next sponsor?
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks to our producer.
Hey guys, we were talking earlier about AB class amplifiers, and I really wanted to talk about these, but I didn't because I knew I'd be talking about them a little bit later. If you want the best in sound quality from your awesome high-end AB class amplifier, with or without DSP built in, Moscone in the one line makes two new, that's right, 2 new DSP amplifiers. One is the 6 to 10, and the other one is the 8 to 10. Now, the only differences between these two amplifiers is the 8 to 10 has 2 more channels built into the amplifier. They're both 6 in, 1 out of power, right? Yeah, 6 in, 1 out. But yeah, it's definitely awesome. You're going to want to check them out. That is the new one line, and there's one sitting right here.
Morel Mosconi America. Mosconi America, I'm sorry.
MosconiAmerica.com. As well as if you head over to Gladen.com, you can get even more technical stuff about the amplifiers.
All right. Afternoon, fellas. Eating dinner, watching you guys while looking out to the mountains.
Just rub it in, man. Just rub it in.
Very nice.
I would love to do that. That's the best, man. Like,
I would love to.
Yeah.
We don't have mountains anymore.
We don't have mountains.
All right.
And then when we travel, we really don't get to take advantage of looking at the mountains. It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
Is the DSR1 still a great option for Tundra with JBL system to upgrade and keep the head unit? So the answer to that is yes. However, there's a new player on the field. Ooh, Arc Audio has since stepped up and has come out with 2 new, for a total of 3 products that are AR compatible and are pretty badass. One is the PSM Pro. The PSM Pro, believe it or not, uses the same harnesses as a DSR1. Same power plug, same RCA harness. The idea behind it is if you got tired of the DSR1, you could tear it out, put a PSM Pro and an AR in, and it would just plug right in and everything would be great. So you have the PSM Pro from Arc Audio, which is a full DSP, laptop controlled. It's Mac Daddy professional DSP. It's got all the bells and whistles, like a ton of bells and whistles. Also, we finally have an amplifier, because Ken would stop making theirs, that will plug in with the new Blackbird from Arc Audio. It's an 8-channel amplifier with 2 channels or 4 channels of output, I think. 2 or 4 channels of output. Spectacular power, small, compact in size. It is also AR compatible and plug right into your Toyota. Give you 8 channels of output plus output for your subwoofer in the form of an RCA. You can find those at arcaudio.com.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. Oh, hold on. Can I go to Base Dad for a second?
Sure.
Wow, I even spelled out my last name, which is scary. So, Dean, I bought a Helix Mini DSP. I bought it used, so it came with the Bluetooth upgrade already. In your opinion, is it worth it to buy the Helix remote knob? I can't remember what it's called. The conductor.
The director?
The director? Is it director or conductor?
Well, it depends. They have 2.
No, the knob.
Yeah,
it's a conductor.
The conductor.
Yeah, it's called the conductor. Or could I just get by with an RCA bass knob? All right. The conductor in this situation, and the only reason why I say this because you mentioned the Bluetooth built into it. If you were planning on streaming via Bluetooth and still wanted a knob as opposed to just using your phone, then the conductor would be a good idea because it's an actual knob and it allows you to change your source. So you can change between the radio and the Bluetooth by the click of a button. So essentially you could click it once and it would go to Bluetooth, click it again, and it would go back, or you could just have it default to where it's always subwoofer. Click it, it goes to Bluetooth. Click it, it goes back to radio. And it changes colors to let you know what you're doing. It will also change through presets. So if you're planning on doing more than one preset, you can change those through the knob, so to speak. If none of that is appealing to you at all, like you're just like, yeah, I'm cool, then no, just use a regular bass knob that comes with the amplifier. Tuck it away or hide it, do a little thing like that. Everything will be great. So, but those are the advantages of going to the conductor as opposed to just like a knob. Okay. What do you got?
I got nothing. Hang on.
Yeah? Hi, all.
Hi.
What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you?
The Arc Audio Nighthawk amp. So the Nighthawk is a smaller 2-channel amplifier to go with the Blackbird. So if you want to...
So what about these names, man?
They're all airplanes.
Nighthawk.
They're airplanes.
Oh.
So the Blackbird
Yeah.
is the
Yeah.
SR71, and the Nighthawk I think is the F111.
Uh-huh.
So
Are we gonna make like an F1?
I thought they were talking about Batman.
Oh.
So there is a knob too. Okay. I mean,
Everybody has a knob.
everybody has a knob, but I mean, I'm getting a conductor.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not just gonna get a knob to get a knob. That seems silly. Oh, that sucks.
Wow.
That stopped recording.
Oh, that's not good.
It's gonna be a terrible night. Nope, that's not good. Okay, I have a 2023 Tacoma with stock JBL to upgrade. Should I go with an OEM? Hold on. I have a 2023 Tacoma with stock JBL. To upgrade, should I go with an OEM plus plug and play system? Or would it be better to upgrade in a different way? Maybe a cheaper, better way? Thanks. I mean, cheaper never really works too much. 2023 stock JBL. I mean, I don't know if the Amp Pro works with that yet, but I would definitely head over to pack-audio.com to see if the Amp Pro does work. If it does, I'd be getting one of those, and I'd be building a system out from there. Outside of that, I'm going with a key lock, and I'm fixing the nightmare of signal that's coming out of that radio with the key lock. But if it's a JBL system, it's going to take a lot of them. So I'm hoping that the Amp Pro functions with that particular radio at the moment. But I mean, the thing of it is I don't even know if Taco Tunes makes an add-on for this that makes any sense. So anytime you're going to upgrade your stereo, there has to be like a reason why you want to do it, other than it just sounds like crap, Do you want more bass? Do you want clearer highs? And the reason why is because sometimes that's the car that's doing that. Like when you have to interface with the radio, if you do it wrong, you're not going to fix the problem you're having. You're just going to spend a lot of money and throw money at something, and it's just you haven't achieved anything. You still have crap. So, figuring out a way to make everything work better is just as hard, So it's like, do they make an Amp Pro? So let's tick that box, find out if they do that. If they do, okay, now I have a preamp solution. What do I want to build from there? So at that point, I can do anything I want. I can get an 8-channel DSP amp, or I can get a non-DSP amp. But you're going to need a DSP somewhere because you've taken the DSP out. And there again, do I want to go straight power? Meaning, I like the way it sounds, I just want it louder. So in that case, it's like, all right, how many channels do I have? I have 1, 4, 6, 8. I have like 8 channels plus a center, maybe. So now I'm going to need 8 channels of power. You're not going to buy a 5-channel and make it sound magical. It's not going to happen. Yeah? Okay. You okay?
Yeah.
I mean, you're like zoning out.
No, I'm just trying to read here and there, and
yeah, that's what I mean. You're like zoning out. Greatest man, I really have you for an interview, even if you're ever ready. Maybe November. Maybe we'll do it in November. I think by then we should be slowed down just a lot.
Oh, there you go.
What's the oldest version of the Apple iPad that I can? Okay, so anything with a Lightning connector, anything in a Lightning connector that you can download Studio 6's RTA app to. I mean, I have a Gen 2 Mini that we use it on, as well as like this other iPad that we have here. Those are all old Lightning connectors. They're all 10 years old, I think. So anything with a Lightning connector that you can download that app to, or any RTA app. I like the Studio 6 RTA app. I have a bunch, but that one is always good too, because you can expand the sound field out and really see where the crap is. No smoothing.
Okay.
Yeah? You good? Hi, Dean and Fernando. Just a quick question. When connecting audio control LC products, are you supposed to completely disconnect the high-level connection coming from the head unit, or can I have them both? Okay, what am I missing here? Supposed to completely disconnect the high level connections coming from the hedging. Oh, okay. I think I get what you're saying. Can you tap into? Are you saying can you tap in? So for example, like if I had an LC 1.800 or if I had an LC 4.800, and I just wanted to tap into the fronts, but maybe also keep the power for the fronts going. I don't know. Anything's possible. But okay, regardless of I'm thinking that's what you're meaning. Can I still have the power going out to speakers and tap into them? The answer is yes. And it gets more complicated than that in some regards. So if you are disconnecting, if you're going to leave the speakers connected, fine. You can do that. It's wonderful. It'll keep the amplifier loaded down properly. Everyone will be wonderful. If you are disconnecting a speaker and going into the LC on the amplifier, make sure you get the proper load resistor on there. So Audio Control calls them the LGDs. They come in blue, green, and gray. Greens are the most popular for newer cars. Blue are for some of the older cars. And gray are for amplified, Dodge amplified cars. Pretty much everything takes a green, I think, at this point now. Not everything, but majority of the things do. So that would be the way to go. But yeah.
Okay.
You good? Should I click this blue one here?
Sure.
Okay.
That's where I put it, right? Yeah.
I have a question to ask you. A 2018 Chevy Colorado with the Bose and with navigation module. Can you remove the navigation module too or not? I would never remove the navigation module. Why would you remove the navigation module?
2018 Chevy Colorado.
Yeah. I'm thinking Bose.
You're changing the radio?
And with the navigation module. Okay. I mean, if you're changing the radio, but still, no, we never pull the navigation module. I mean, don't. Yeah, so leave the module in there. Even if you're putting in a new radio, just leave the module in there. You don't know what it's going to, and it might be important just to leave it in there. So I wouldn't take it out. Are there even high-res Class AB amps? That's a good question. So, I mean, technically, in order to be high-res, the only thing you have to do is play above 40,000 hertz. That's it. That's what makes you high-res. So if you go into the amplifier's like spec sheet and see what it says, I mean, it's kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Let's find out.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find a spec sheet on one of these quickly. Frequency response would be spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Let's figure it out now.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be a tough one. So you basically just would have to look at the frequency response of the amplifier and see if it plays above 40,000 hertz. If it does, then yeah, technically it's high res. I mean, that's all you need.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, there you go.
What widely available sub, not a custom enclosure, would you pair with the Rockford Fosgate Prime Series R2 755 5-channel amp? What widely available sub, not custom enclosure? I mean, for that system, we always just put a set of Rockford P2s. We just use the P2s. That's and they're again not a custom enclosure, but we just use the Rockford P2 box. So whether it's 210s or 212s, 110, 112, that's what's going on that amplifier. We sell those quite regularly, and that's what gets put on it. Sounds wonderful. I'm looking for the best option for sub install for 2016 4Runner. I want something like the Stealth Box. It's pricey, of course. Yeah. And I'm unsure of the shallow mount route. I like punchy. 10 built in the okay. So this is you want your cake and eat it too. All right, that's just the reality of this question, and the answer to that is no. There isn't such a thing. I mean, JL's stealth box is expensive because it's a lot of work, and they hand make each one of them. So you could try making one of your own. You know, that would be the affordable way to do that. Otherwise, you may want to look at something that's downfiring. For example, like Kicker has their downfiring L7 box, which sounds spectacular. And then they also have their downfiring amplified comp RT boxes that come in at 10, 12, and 8. We put those in the back of SUVs all the time, and they sound wonderful. If you're not worried about giving up a little room, Rockford makes their P300 series enclosures, which are tiny. They're only like this. They don't take a lot. We put a lot of those into Forerunners and SUVs and stuff like that. But there again, the advantage of the downfired enclosure is that you can still stack stuff on top of it. So you are losing like 6 or 7 inches of height in the area that it's, but you still set stuff on it. So it's not like you have to worry about it getting screwed up or something like that. So, you know, maybe. Both of you guys are invited to lunch on Saturday. Please arrive on time. This guy's funny. This guy with the jokes.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Hey.
So no.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, I would love
I
to,
know.
but
I'll
be there that night.
One day I'm gonna go for sure. There you go. That's it. Please, if you guys won Better Car Audio, please vote for me
for city council.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you bet.
You know.
Sure. Fernando, if you win the position for city council, how would you memorialize little Sebastian?
I don't know, man. I gotta win first.
I mean, you gotta run first.
Exactly. Thank you for the fight, buddy. Thank you.
I don't know. I mean, he's lucky he's just buried in the backyard. Right? Is the Rockford Fosgate DSR1 good for 24 Honda HRV head unit? Is there a harness for the Honda HRV available? Thank you. I mean, okay. So first things first, if you head over to maestro.com or idatalink.com, you type in your make, model, and year of your car and find out if there's a harness available for it. pack-auto.com, they may have a standard standalone harness for your car. It's a good DSP. It's got 4 channels of input. If the radio only has 4 channels of output, yeah, sure, it'll work. It'll do the job. It'll do the job that it needs to do. But I mean, that's I haven't done that car with that particular thing. We've done plenty of Honda Accords and Honda Civics over the years with DSR1s. And as long as they're 4-channel, it'll do the deal. It'll do what you need it to do.
All right. There you go.
Watched your Love DM 810 video settings. Setting up mine now. Don't have a fancy polarity tester. How else can I confirm all is correct? Other cheap options, methods. What did you use again? Do you have an iPhone? If you have an iPhone, then Studio 6 makes an app called Speaker Pop. So, which we used to use it in the videos all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Just looks like this. Just very basic looking. Just looks like this and says Speaker Pop. Now, I don't know if you can Bluetooth this in to your car, but normally we would run a really long Aux Jack.
Yeah.
But it makes the ticking sound. And it'll tell you if your speaker is in polarity or out of polarity. That is the cheapest. I think it's $5. Other than that, you can pick up a polarity tester on Amazon. I think we have a link in the DNF tool drawer for like $12 or $13.
Yeah.
Maybe $15 at this point right now. So.
But if you feel better. You can go to most solutions and pick a BT9A Plus.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get the fancy one.
Oh, come on.
He just, I mean, he literally says, I don't want to get the fancy one.
Ah, you should get the fancy.
He doesn't want to get the fancy. Okay.
All right.
What do you think about 70 hertz crossover for 6.5? They should go down to 45. They sound a lot better. Only 50 watts. Should I be concerned? Okay, so the reality is if the music you're listening to, if you're playing them at 70 hertz and they're not bottoming out, they're not distorting, and they're not doing anything bad, and the way to test it is, of course, make sure the subwoofer is off. Yeah, go for it. I wouldn't go any lower than 70 hertz because there, again, that is the job of the subwoofer, is to play. It does a much better job, as Andy likes to say, Andy Waymire, is let the subwoofers play those sounds. That's what they're designed to play. You going to make it, man?
Probably
we got 4 minutes.
Oh my God, man! Seriously,
the subwoofer is really designed for that, so you got to be careful. But yeah, you know. Plus, it also depends on the slope. Are you using a 6 or 24? I'm sorry, 12 or 24. 12 at 70, it's getting a lot of energy. If it's a 6.5, better be a big 6.5. I don't care if it's 50 watts or not. If it's an efficient 6.5, that'll rock out. So, but there again. I have a Lexus IS. I have an Amp Pro D6 1200 Epicenter key 500.1. I have no AC voltage out of the key 500.1, but I do the input. There's no light indicating a issue. What troubleshooting can I do? Oh, that's a case of lights on, nobody's home. So you have AC voltage coming in. You have no AC voltage going out. The green light is on. So in this case, what we would do is obviously we hook an RTA up, make sure we actually have like sound, real sound coming out. We take a look at it. Can't do that. Then I'm going to take it over to the bench and try to do it powered up on the bench and run a signal through it through our phones. We have Aux Jacks, RCAs. And we play that and see if we have sound coming out of the amplifier. If we don't, then that could be bad. The other thing with that particular amplifier, because it does have the setup mode, you do need to run through the setup. So I would definitely go through the whole hitting the button to let it do its whole key thing, just to do it. It knows if you have a flat signal coming into it, it knows not to correct for anything. But just go through the whole setup mode to make sure that it's not stuck in some weird mode there.
Yeah.
Plus, it has a digital input, and if you clip that digital input, it will shut down. So you definitely have to do the gain setting on it properly. It does not like overdrive at all.
All right. Stop, everyone.
Stop? Why
Yeah.
are we stopping?
She's in the house.
Oh, Mary Lou. Yeah, I got it right here. It's taking too long. See, there she is, Mary Lou. Yay! All right. Did I miss the special guest? The special guest will be Saturday. So this Saturday, Fernando will be out at a birthday party. I will be here, of course, flying solo, but I will have a special guest coming in, a gentleman by the name of Chris Beulah. We're going to be talking about MECP. That's right, the MECP program for the first half hour. That'll be the plan. They got some new features coming up, and of course, whatnots and funs and whoosies and what's it. So it ought to be pretty fun there. And then the last half hour, he's agreed to stay on and just have fun and answer some questions. He's a really smart guy. He does work for Sony. That's his part-time gig, is working for Sony. He is the worldwide trainer, so he knows a little bit about the stuff. He's pretty good dude.
You guys asking about the 6 channel, the 8 channel?
So, anyways, we will have him on Saturday to fill in for Fernando. I mean, it's going to be big shoes. I don't know, man. It'll be what it is.
I know. The MECP expired. Hey, you can renew it, man.
Yeah, it's definitely.
No problem.
But that's all we got for you tonight. It's Monday. It's the beginning of the week. We made it through it alive. Yay. I'd like to thank our sponsors, Audio Control, as well as Moscone, Gladen, and Focal. Make sure to head over to the corresponding websites, check them out, give them some love, and, you know, I don't know. Go forth, be merry. Have a great rest of your week. Make sure to tune in to Instagram for any of the fun and excitement that we decide to talk about. And, of course, you can head over to DNF Tool Drawer. DNF Tool Drawer is a place to find all the cool tools that we use in our installation. Talked about it tonight, the IRTA2. It's available. You can get it, and it'll show you all of the fun and excitement that is happening. If you're like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I like watching cool videos, we have videos all lined up and ready for you to do, as well as any power tools or installation stuff is all available for you to take a look at. So these are the lightings that we use and whatnot. And of course, I still haven't got the shirt up. Where's it at? This one. But if you're interested in 5-star swag, you can find that at dnfswag.com. That's dnfswag.com. And there is an IRTA2 shirt as well. But yeah, that's what we got, guys. You guys have a wonderful night as always, and we will see you guys later in the week.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Fade to black.